Welcome everyone to the Crafty Boys. This is episode 1. No, it's not. 211, and we're talking about beer. Big surprise! If you are here to hear us talk about sewing, knitting, or maybe I don't know, slime, you're in the wrong place. So we're sorry. We're talking about beer. I'm sure you will recover. Hi boys, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
Like I put a gun to your head. It's like, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How well are you feeling? I need to know. So of course, Dave just laughing at your violent death. It's horrible.
It goes deep, very deep.
But anyway, this week's beer was chosen out of desperation, mainly because we have really been trying to get one type of beer that does not seem to be available anywhere, at least that I have been able to locate, but according to my sources, could be available today. Maybe, but more likely this day next week. So who knows? Two sources said the same thing, and I'm beginning to believe them that they just haven't received it and they're getting it soon. So this week, we're going all the way to the wilds of North Vancouver, the destination of all things, known as Santa's Sack. So I don't know what to say about this particular label, but you could misconstrue it as being I'm going to say nothing else. And Alan, would you like to read the text on the side of the bottle?
Why do I feel like I'm in English class and you're the teacher? It's like, Alan, would you like to read aloud for the class?
That's okay. Label? Dave's going to go to the corner in the moment. So,
okay. Here is a beer full of treats with aroma notes of fruit, spice, and pepper from the Belgian yeast, a clean bitterness from the German hops, and roundness from the malt. This beer is quite a treat. At 10% ABV, Santa's Sack has enough kick to keep Santa going through the night. Back to you in studio, Shane.
I was doing interpretive dance while you were reading that. So, Dave, you have one job and one job only. Can you please tell us what the international beer units are on this particular beer?
No, hang on.
Do you need your glasses?
I did not pre-check this. I do not need glasses. He says as he holds the bottle out at 5 feet. It is apparently 30 international beer units.
30 international beer units at a 10% whopping amount of alcohol.
Yeah, I know. That has me a bit concerned. It's a work night. I have to go to work tomorrow. This is 10%. I mean, come on. This is a Friday night beer. This isn't a Wednesday night beer. All right.
Check that color out. That color is pretty damn fine. I gotta say, I was not expecting it to be. We've had a lot of stouts and dark beers lately.
Yeah.
So I was expecting something else.
Oh, the aroma is amazing.
Yeah. You know what the aroma comes from? It comes from the North Shore water. That is wow. So what else do we know about Santa's Sack? That it basically has a caramel Vienna malt, Belgian yeast. It's got pearl hops, which I actually have in my fridge, and a bunch of other crap that we don't care about because I'm wanting to drink it. So here we go.
It's basically a Belgian-style golden strong ale, and I'm taking this from craftbeer.com.
My tongue is on fire.
The Belgian-style golden ale is fruity, complex, and often on the higher end of the ABV spectrum, yet are approachable to many different palates. Look for a characteristic spiciness from Belgian yeast and a highly attenuated dry finish. This style is traditionally drier and lighter in color than a Belgian-style triple.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Holy mother of Murgatroyd. Wow. I was not expecting this at all tonight. It was like, oh God, we can't find the beer we want. I don't know. How about this one? Yeah, that'll be fine. We can all get it. Great. But no, I got to say
forward to it. But holy cow!
This is really, really, really good. I mean,
mean,
this is complex. I mean,
I mean, the big thing for this particular beer is it's totally right up there in the. I'm beginning to feel like Christmas is around the corner. This beer has notified my brain that, you know what, Christmas is almost here.
Huh?
So
I guess I better get shopping.
yeah. So
Yeah. So I mean, very fruity. I can detect the spiciness, like almost like a nutmeg kind of thing going on.
yeah, I'm
Maybe.
I'll go with that. That actually is not too bad.
Sweet. I'm
Wow.
surprised that the IBU rating is 30. I'm a little bit surprised by that because there is no. I'm not really detecting any kind of readable bitterness.
Golden Strong Ale. You, Santa Sack, you, Bridge Brewing, have made me sneeze, apparently. Fighting it. But you are now at the top of my list for beers. When we look at IPAs and we look into the distance towards Victoria and we see the wonderfulness, the epic beerness that is the Fat Tug, I now declare that Santa Sack is the
different style.
Is the golden ale. It's
Golden
now
Belgian
this
ale.
is the new bar for the golden ales for the Belgian
All
world.
right.
We have declared it for the Belgian world. That is exactly what's going on. Wow, that's good.
It's really, really tasty.
Oh my goodness! Wow,
I don't know what else to say. It's just if you get a chance, go out and get it because it's not going to be around. It's seasonal, obviously.
That I am pleasantly surprised. I certainly hope that Bridge, you have knocked it out of the park with this beer. And I had low expectations going in, and they have been punched to the ground, tickled until it urinated itself, and made it to the poster on the wall where now we're like, wanted golden ale. This is what we're searching for. All other golden ales pale by comparison. Yeah, I'm stretching there. I'm stretching really hard.
Yeah.
So now that we've declared that this particular beer is worth buying, worth picking up, don't forget, if you don't, you'll suffer greatly for not having done so. However, a brewery in Uganda has suffered even worse with the fact that hackers took down their website, hacked the brewery's, apparently they had a server, I don't know of what, but they had a secret recipe that the hackers said, you know what, we'll give you back your website and all that other stuff if you make this secret recipe you have on their website. So
what?
This is a message to Nile. This is from the hackers. This is a message to Nile breweries. I have gone through your servers and discovered that you have been sitting on a beer formula. So here is my demand. Produce this beer immediately or the formula goes public. You have 24 hours.
24 hours to brew a beer?
Well, I think to start getting going on the beer. So yeah, this is fascinating. The brewery in question here is called Nile Breweries Limited. They are out of Kampala, Uganda. They apparently are Uganda's largest beer manufacturer. They've been around since 1951 and have an estimated 52% share of the Ugandan beer market as of 2013.
Oh wow!
But there you go. I mean, they're of course trying to figure out who hacked them. But I really want to know if
Maybe it was
this
Julian
recipe was a
Assange.
thing.
Maybe
Yes,
it was
that's
Julian
exactly who it was. It totally was. So I don't know if you had stuff hacked and they were going to give away your beer recipe, would you just let it out into the world? What? Oh, you don't want this beer. It's horrible. It's terrible. You can't have it. No, it's mine. I'm going to drink the whole thing. Oh, fine. The peanut gallery demanded their share. So I don't know. Would you guys would you just invent a new beer recipe or would you actually let the hacker give it away?
Wow. Depends on how much is riding on the recipe.
Oh,
I
my
suppose.
question is why is the brewery sitting on this recipe and not doing anything with it?
Well, that was kind of my question. Like, what if they actually had made it and they're like, "Oh God, this is horrible. Why did we make this? This is
Yeah.
dump the batch and let's never talk about it again."
Like maybe the hacker doesn't know anything about beer. I mean,
That to me seems pretty likely, I would think. I mean,
maybe the hacker should take the recipe, keep it hush hush, make a batch first, and see what it's like. And then it's like, oh, I see. Okay, dump it out. Or if it's really good, then you make your threatening demand. But if it's really good, why isn't the brewery making it and making money off of it?
that
Doesn't make
that
any
is a really good question. Dave, what would you do in this case? What would you make the beer immediately, knowing that it was horrible, or would you just let it get out to the public where people could make it themselves?
I'd go after the hackers and break them up.
Dun 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 dun. Dave, international hacking tracker man. Dun 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 dun. Really? That I would actually. We could
I
turn it
don't
into a TV show.
know.
There's a new TV show right there. I don't know what it'd be called. I don't know. Anti-hacker beer man. I don't know, something that is so lame. But
Hey,
it doesn't matter. This beer is damn good. Oh my
we
god.
didn't do our ratings on this.
Oh right, sorry. Well, 11. I'm sorry. This one goes to 11.
Mhm.
Wow.
Only one other beer has gone to 11, and that's Pat Tug. So this, I got to say, a golden ale. Thank you, Bridge. Thank you, Bridge, for making such a nice beer. Because
All right,
I
Dave.
love it.
Dave, what's your rating?
You know what? I gotta say the same.
Really?
Wow. Am I seeing triple
Okay.
11s here today?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? No.
No.
Oh, Alan is the traitor in our midst. Kill him.
I really like it. I'm going to give it a 9.
Wow.
Based on
Hey, Dave, come here, Dave, come here.
what?
So I could just totally just close his window and he would be off the show. So
Okay.
it'll just be you and me then. Right? Okay. Shh, okay.
Yes, Alan.
What were you
That's
guys
totally
talking
a
about?
valid comment. I certainly hope that you are comfortable with your 9 rating.
Yes, we value all opinions here on this show.
There is never a bad rating or a negative rating or a rating that we don't all agree on.
Okay. So why am I giving it a 9? I'm giving it a 9 because, well, first of all, it's really, really good. But it's not getting that extra one because I've had other Belgian style ales that I
True.
thought were better.
Okay. All right.
What?
Fair point. Hey, Dave, we should hack his server.
But not many. This one is very, very, very good.
I've had a lot of great beers, but not many.
I don't usually drink.
Did that
beer,
make any
but
sense
when
what I just
do,
said? But here I'm going to move on to the next story because I really want to get to the Victoria one. Beer suds to soap suds. Now, apparently, this is a thing where there's a company out of Belgium who is actually trying to take waste products from beer, from the brewing of beer, and turn them into basically soap. It sounds kind of cool. Is this a good way to take care of those? I think so. When you've brewed beer, Dave, Dave brews beer.
Yeah, doing it all the
Heard
time.
me, Alan.
And yes, I've already got an agreement with a soap maker, so I'm all in.
Okay, right on. There you go. Hey, now you know, Star. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of why they would think that this is particularly something that would make a great addition to soap. But because I guess the large brewers are having a problem disposing of this alcohol laced sludge, really. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like nuclear waste from beer manufacturing on a mass scale.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Alcoholic soap? I don't know. I guess it's.
Are they
idea.
using it to make soap, or are they using it as an additive to soap?
It sounds like it's going to be an additive. So basically, here's what it says here: growing interest in alcohol-free lagers, driven by demand of healthier drinks. Blah 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 blah. Has had InBev. With a problem: what to do with the alcohol that's sucked out of the beer. So it's now sealed a deal with a Belgian-based e-cover to create a dishwashing. I just supposed to say brainwashing, a dishwashing liquid with a quarter of its content derived from the zero alcohol versions. What was in this beer? Ooh.
A lot of alcohol.
So basically,
all the alcohol from InBev went in here.
Pretty much. So they're actually trying to take this 1.2 billion liters of beer that they have to throw away and turn it into a useful product. And spent grains apparently are one of the ways is to use them as a soap additive in order to, I guess, granulate like the
so I mean there are some soaps. Well, there's some soaps that you can get that have like oatmeal in them, and the oatmeal is supposed to help scrub away dirt or whatever. It's like an abrasive, but it's not so abrasive that it's going to hurt you or anything. So I think the same thing applies with like grains that are used in the beer making process.
Yeah,
if that's what they're talking about.
They haven't been very specific as to in this article about what they're actually doing, but here's the thing that caught my eye in this article initially, when I was skimming through it, is that one of the alternatives to or something else instead of just making a soap additive, they are thinking of creating plant-based meat substitutes from the spent grain from beer making, which that I can get behind. You know, that might turn me vegan. If I were to become a vegan, it would have to be a beer-based diet of, meat substitutes made from beer.
Although, okay, so this is getting away from this a little bit, but discussing vegan. So the guy that sits next to me at work is a vegan, and he's like really strict about it. And we were talking about beer, and as a vegan, he can't actually drink sour beers because it has the I can never pronounce this. Lactobacillus, which makes the beer go sour. But that is derived from dairy milk. So he can't have sour beers. Like, I'm completely flummoxed by it. I thought you guys would be too. But
it is, well, I'm flummoxed. I mean, it's something that I've never really, I mean, this basically, I have never ever considered myself to ever become vegan because
no.
I just don't.
Never.
No. Would I become vegetarian?
Sure, I could become vegetarian.
But I mean, here's the thing, right? I think the bulk of my diet as it is plant-based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do eat meat, but I don't eat so much meat that I'm drowning in steak sweat every day or something. But
right.
Which sounds kind of awesome now that I'm drinking this amazing beer. But yeah, I don't know. It's something that I've never really considered, and I know that some people do it for the betterment of the planet. I don't know if that's.
I think some people just do it to be douchebags, but whatever.
I'm vegan. But I think other people do it to be healthy. I mean, Kevin Smith, he had a heart attack, and then he decided that he should be vegan because his kids said that would make him live longer. So hey, I'm all for that. Speaking of living longer and not living longer, we have a bit of a downer story, not a downer, a sadder moment, but kind of happy at the same time.
It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. Thank you. The last few days, this photograph has been making its way around the internet. And what it is, it's an 87-year-old man from, I think it was Wisconsin. No, I want to say Wisconsin wasn't. Hang on. Oh, it is Wisconsin. From Appleton, Wisconsin, who he wanted his sort of one of his sort of last wishes before he passed away was to have a beer with his kids. They're drinking Bud Light, it looks like, but he just wanted to be able to have that moment with his 3 sons. I guess there's 3 of them. Yeah, it's kind of one of those moments where were I his age and were I dying of a horrible disease, that would be something I'd want to do. One of the last things I did would be like to give me Fat Tug or Get Out, that kind of thing. I'm hoping Fat Tug is still brewed at that stage.
Oh, better be.
It better be, yeah,
Oh
really. Also buy some bottles and stick them in.
We'll find that hacker to go and steal their recipe.
We'll get him. Dude, forget the Ugandan brewery. We got this brewery in Victoria that's got this recipe for this beer we want. But yeah, no, it was just very cool, and I just thought it was worth a mention because, it was sad that he passed away. I think on the same day or very shortly after. But yeah, he let's see, yeah. So this seems to actually, and here's the other thing, is that there's a bunch of other people that have been posting on the internet and sort of sharing this story that have also been talking about how they've done very similar things with their parents, where they have the sort of a last beer with their family, and that kind of thing. So I gotta say, it kind of reminds you that beer can bring people together. Yay! And now,
speaking of bringing people together,
here you go.
All right, so this coming up Friday and Saturday in Victoria at the Save on Foods Memorial Center is the Christmas Craft Beer Show. This is year number 4, I believe, for this event.
Now, this is the one that we went to.
We went to year 2, you and I.
Okay.
We missed last year. I'm going to go to it this year, and you're not because you're a loser.
But Dave's gonna go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I'm going to go on Saturday, which is in the afternoons from 1 to 5. They have released the beers for this, and there's some really good looking stuff here. First off, Red Arrow, which is from Duncan, BC.
We'll have their porter.
Chocolate cherry porter.
Ooh.
Wasn't the coconut porter? Where did we have that? Did we have that on the show?
Well, we've had a coconut porter, but not the one from
the Red Arrow. Okay, darn.
So I might try that one. Also, Vancouver Island Brewery is going to be there. Now, I know we panned this one. Their Nanaimo Bar Porter is going to be there, but they are also going to have there a local ice cream company called Parachute Ice Cream that makes small batch, really expensive, like artisan ice creams. And one of them is made with their Nanaimo Bar Porter. And I'm very interested to try that. That will be at the show.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to be giving that.
Have you?
Oh, well, okay. So remember back when we did our show with the floats?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was episode 150, I think.
Yeah, something like that. The addition of the ice cream changed the beer and the flavor and the complexity of it dramatically.
But I'm thinking of the other way around, though, right? Because they are adding.
They're adding the beer to the ice cream.
Yeah. So. And
I don't know.
Pretty much that there wasn't a whole lot going on with that beer, right?
Right. But you know what? I'm interested to try that ice cream. I'm going to do that.
The one that has caught my attention is the Candy Cane Creepy Uncle Dunkle Dark Munich Lager from Moon Underwater. That interests me. Not to mention the Dime Bag Sour Key IPA. But,
well, we've done that one on the show before.
The Dime Bag?
Yeah, well, I did it. It was one of those episodes where we all couldn't get the same
different beers. Ah, okay.
Yeah, so I did the Dime Bag, and I kind of panned it. So I will not be trying that one again. Also of note, Dead Frog will be there, which is interesting because they never go to the Great Canadian Beer Fest anymore. But they're at the Christmas Beer Fest, and they're going to be having their Frostbite Frostbite Winter IPA and Black Frost Dry Hop Porter is going to be there. I saw those in the liquor store today, and I was going to mention it to you guys as being something that we could do in the future.
I'm looking around at some of the other ones. Off the Rails going to be there. Bridge will be there.
Santa Sack will be there.
The Sack. And there was one other one that I was kind of surprised at, which was where is it? Howl. Howl has some really good stuff, and I'm sad that they're going to be there that I won't. So I recommend anyone who's in Victoria this weekend head on over to the Christmas Craft Beer Show, because it's still in the same place. It's still in Save on Foods Memorial Arena.
Still Save on Foods, and I think tickets are still available. It's $40 to get in. I think tokens are $1.50 each, which is cheaper than the Great Canadian Beer Fest. Also of note, Hoyne is going to be there, and they're going to have their Gratitude Winter Warmer.
Oh.
Which is I don't know if you guys have tried it. I don't know if it's available in Vancouver, but it's Hoyne every year makes a Gratitude Winter Warmer, which is very similar to the Santa Sack in flavor. I'm not sure if it's the same style of beer exactly, but the flavor profile is very similar. And if we're giving out 11s, to me that one gets the 11.
All right, I could totally see that. Wow, I'm kind of jealous. This is actually way better than the year that I went. I remember the year that I was there. There was there was an issue with the fact that they didn't have enough beer. That was awesome. All subjective, but I don't know. I found that the year we went that there wasn't enough representation of how many breweries there were. Like
we went
12?
on the Friday night. We went on the Friday night, and I think there was an issue that some of the beers hadn't arrived yet.
Yeah, there was some problem that occurred that kind of made it not as cool of an event. Like they had there was a band or some sort of musical thing going on in the middle of the arena.
Which was I thought it was a nice touch.
Yeah, no, it was totally fine. They were playing Christmas carols and that kind of stuff. The one thing actually that I'm kind of chuffed about, not chuffed, I've used that word incorrectly recently. The thing that actually kind of makes me a little apprehensive about this is that it's not in December. It's actually in November, and that to me, I don't know. I'm one of those people that is like, you know what? I'm sorry. Christmas decorations, Christmas stuff happens later. It doesn't happen.
This is my theory, is that they don't want to impinge on the people that are having advent calendars.
Really?
Right? So, I mean, if I was in the midst of an advent calendar, like Shane and I will be doing it every single day, I wouldn't have gone to this event if it had been December.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's fair.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad that my beer is gone.
Well, mine isn't quite yet.
Well,
I think we need to do
my beer.
Yeah, I think we need to do the Hoyne Gratitude. If you guys can get it, well, Dave, you will be able to get it now that you're in Victoria. Shane, I'm not sure if you will, but we'll work on it.
I will take a look around. You never know. It could be more plentiful than what was it called again?
It's called Gratitude, and it is wrapped in a paper bag, a white and red paper bag.
Okay, that sounds like a threat or something to the. There's something wrong with this beer, and you're not allowed to look at it, or something. I don't know. But anyway, on that note, we are at time, and thank you all for watching. We had a few watchers today. We know it is late at night on a Wednesday, and not everyone wants to watch stuff like this that late at night when, how exciting is it watching a bunch of people drink beer? It's actually very exciting. And if you're not here...
It should be exciting. We're entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, here, let me take off my clothes.
They're all the monkeys. They're all the goddamn monkeys.
But of course, if you like what we're doing here, make sure you tell people. Make sure you share a link or two. Check out our back catalog. This is episode 211, which means that there's 210 other episodes. Not to mention
Plus
an additional
the advent calendar.
3 years worth of 24 videos featuring the wonderfulness that is the advent calendar. Which reminds me, not too long. Specifically,
Sunday.
this coming Sunday will be the start of the Advent calendar, and that's just how it's going to be. You'll be able to watch 24 different beers being reviewed on this particular channel, where Alan and I, because Dave's a wuss, will be able to tell you how amazing the what is the Advent calendar called this year?
Oh, it's called something.
Sorry?
The Outdoor Adventure Pack.
The Outdoor Adventure Pack, which is being done by the Red Racer / Parallel 49 group.
No. Parallel 49 is not involved.
I know. Parallel for we always do. I always do anyway. But basically, yeah. So 24 beers that are supposed to be unique, never before seen, and I certainly hope there will be ones that taste very much like an old fashioned. So yeah, share the links, do all the stuff in the doobly-doo, subscribe to our channel, click on the little bell, and we of course will see you all next week and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and until the end of time. But I wasn't done.
Sorry.